Well, ahoy, everyone. I hope you're having a good time and a good day. I hope that it is a pleasant Wednesday for all of you. Welcome to the coffee stream. And it is, of course, What the Fuck Wednesday. With extra emphasis on the fuck. And I don't mean in the good kind of way. I mean in the fuck kind of way. Um, if you're a Canadian and you were hoping to purchase a home, the way that Pincalo and I are hoping to, you woke up this morning to an extra fuck you from the government and the Bank of Canada because rates have just risen another 0.5%. We are now at the same level that we were in 2008. But, of course, everybody that is on the side of the current government is going to point out that 2008 was during the Harper time. So therefore, it's all his fault that we were where we were. And where we are now is also his fault. Can't possibly be the fault of the current government. It is also Harper's fault that we are where we are and where we were. It's his fault for where we were during his time of office, but it's also his fault that we are where we are now, apparently, if you are a Trudeau supporter. Or even if you're not a Trudeau supporter, if you are a not conservative, it's basically Harper's fault. Because, well, just like in the States, it's Trump's fault now, and it was Obama's fault when Trump was in office, and it was Bush's fault when Obama was in office. And it was Clinton's fault when Bush was in office, and it was Reagan's fault when you know what I mean. It's always everybody. It's always someone else's fault. Can't someone else do it? As Homer Simpson would say. Can't someone else do it? Well, can't really bitch more about that. About the Bank of Canada raising rates. It's not really going to fix anything. So, what we are going to do is we're going to watch a Nick Rekieta video. Because Nick is funny as hell. And what has been happening to his channel is not funny. And I think the more people that watch his video, the better. And this is a sort of way of mirroring his video. So we're going to watch this. And we're going to react to it. And it would be really awesome if I was able to get on a show with Nick. Like, I would legitimately stay up until like 3 o'clock in the morning if it meant that I would get to guest on a Nick Rekieta show. Because Nick is just fucking hilarious. And I've been watching Nick for about a year and a half now. Pincalo, got me onto watching Nick. And I just really love his sarcasm, and I love his His toasts are also something I really appreciate. Also, his shaming. His shaming is epic. I might ask him to fat shame me if I ever get onto to a show. It would be great. Like I said 2 years ago, we could have walked in with with everything we have now. Boom, walked into our new house. Tomorrow. Yep, now it's that fucking stress test. Yeah, so the stress test is the other problem. What they're doing now is they're qualifying people at the rate that the bank has, and then they're adding an extra 2% for the stress test and then rejecting you because obviously you're not going to pass that because it's 2% above what you qualified for. So it's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. It makes me angry and sad and resentful. And yeah, I don't understand why this is happening at all. I would also like to say, in a complete non sequitur switch of topic, that Google Talkback fucking sucks. Holy Jesus. Like, Pincalo left his old Galaxy phone with me to try because I want to try dual streaming. Excuse me. I want to try dual streaming my fitness stuff with both my old phone and his old phone. And I'm trying to learn it, and oh my god, like, it does not, like, you know how I can do this and I can find what I want on the screen on my phone? Yeah, nope, it doesn't like that on Pincalo's phone. It has a seizure. It's kind of weird. Okay, so we're gonna share that. We're gonna theater mode this. Is everything okay visually, or is it too small? I'm trying to. I'm fucking tired. I can't help it. I need a caffeine IV. But I don't think that would be legal. Good day, Mitchell. It looks fine. Okay. Here we go. And again, shout out to Nick Ricada. If he ever comes across my tiny ass channel, I'd love to come and hang out with you one night, Nick.
Hypocrisy.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm back. That's
Yay!
right. I was banned from the platform. I have been suspended. I have been maligned and ridiculed, and they tried to destroy me, but they couldn't. We have beaten the censors. We have beaten the censors, and I am going to tell you
a tale. Nick's gonna Pope Nick, Papa Nick is gonna tell us a story, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna hear a story. Nick is back. Nick is back, and it's gonna be we're gonna have a story time from Nick today about how YouTube tried to take his channel away well, was it really YouTube? It was YouTube in combination with a bunch of people that tried to take his channel away. And Nick's gonna tell us how he said, "Nay, nay, YouTube."
Exactly how it happened. And then I'm going to tell you exactly what is next.
Yeah.
Because, well, when you live life a certain way, and that certain way comes and explodes in your face, maybe in the middle of a live stream, for example.
Yeah, that's got to be a little bit terrifying, especially if you are the main provider for your family. I cannot imagine what that would be like. That had your heart probably fell to the bottom of your feet, Nick. I cannot imagine.
With like 20,000 people watching, you go ahead and you reevaluate what you're up to.
I bet you do.
And you try and figure out a way to make that not happen again, because I'll tell you, it's not fun. It is not fun at all. But thank you for joining me for this. This is the story about how I got kicked off of YouTube and came right back.
Now, it isn't fun, right? I got kicked off of TikTok, right? If I got kicked off of here, like in the middle of my stream, in the middle of a coffee stream, if I suddenly just got, boom, you can't stream, I think I would probably end up losing my ever-loving mind. Like, that video, if anyone would be around to video it, would probably be the video that went viral for me. And it would, of course, be the video that made me look the worst, right? Because I would be, like, screaming and, like, yeah. And I'm not even the main provider for the family, right? Like, he took it surprisingly well right when it happened. Yeah, exactly. Like, Nick is, he's got some sort of Vulcan colonar going on, because holy fuck, I would, if I was in his position, I would have gone Johnny Depp on my office. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, it would not have been a pretty sight.
So you guys probably know me. Maybe, I guess. If you're new to the channel from this video, my name is Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. I make YouTube content. I make live streams primarily, and those live streams are a little bit spicy. Sometimes they're fueled by liquor. Other times they're fueled by rage. Other times they're fueled by just good vibes and comedy. It really is just a variety show.
And sometimes the live streams are fueled by all three: liquor, rage, and comedy.
But there's kind of a centralized theme, and that is a pseudo attachment to the law. If you're looking for in-depth legal analysis, sometimes you find it here. If you're looking for joke legal analysis, sometimes you find that here. If you look for me calling somebody an idiot, you find that quite a bit.
And this is why I like Nick, because I too enjoy calling people idiots. And I think it would be very fun if I were able to jump on a stream with him at least once and call people idiots together. I think that would be fucking awesome.
But that's the kind of show that I run. It is multifaceted, and I enjoy all of those facets. Because it is multifaceted, sometimes you might rub someone the wrong way. And when you rub someone the wrong way, they might want to ruin what you have. They want to ruin what you've built.
Gee, I have no idea what that feels like. On a smaller scale, of course, but I couldn't imagine. what that feels like. I get into a beef with somebody that I maybe spend a total of 2 hours of my time online on live stream about talking about, and that shit came up 3 separate times in the years since I brought it up. Not by me. And then when people around me reacted to other drama that came up, again, not me, I got accused of fucking starting more drama. So I've got no idea how it feels. I'm being sarcastic. No idea. Lord Stickington, you got banned off Twitter too? That sucks.
They don't want you to succeed, and even worse, they want you to not only fail, but be prevented from the possibility of success anywhere.
Hi, Molly fans. Anyway.
And you've seen this in multiple places in popular society. I mean, this is not limited to...
What's up?
Well, keep talking.
Okay.
For some reason, it came up, use your iPhone as a web camera.
Oh, because of the new update.
The new update.
The new the new OS update. You can use your iPhone as a webcam. If you want to.
Where's your StreamYard? Where's the StreamYard's window? I don't need that. Never mind. I've got a better. Keep talking. I'm just fixing your camera.
Oh, okay.
I came to fix the camera.
Oh, okay.
It's a little off center, and what I was trying to do is I was trying to fix your picture.
Oh.
So that's what I was doing.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to make sure that the camera is a little better than it was to get your pretty face in there. There we go. Now the other thing I need to do is there. That's what I wanted. What you want is this one.
Small screen layout?
This one, yes. That makes the window small and you bigger. Now the other option to use, no, that's the best one. Because the other one makes you smaller than that.
Okay.
Right? That one puts you at the bottom and that one makes you non-existent. This one puts you next to the screen, but you also need to smile more and be happier. Okay? Don't worry. There's nothing to be worried about. Everything's good. Love you.
Love you.
Everything's okay.
Okay. New update is weird. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Oh. I'm not in YouTube. Okay. There we go.
Little old me on the internet. This has become a common trend in the mainstream. We have allowed these Karens, some of them were Kevins, to go ahead and come at us and to actually stop people from doing what they want to do based on a difference of opinion.
Yes, it is becoming not just an internet thing. It is becoming I don't like what so-and-so thinks, therefore I want them to not have a job anymore. I don't like what so-and-so thinks, therefore I want to affect their ability to take care of themselves and their family financially because I'm angry at how they think. Like, what the wow. I am a lucky woman. Piccolo is the best.
Now, they'll never frame it that way, right? Because
No,
if you
of course
frame it
not.
as, well, I have a different opinion than this person, therefore they should be canceled. Well, that sounds awful. That sounds almost like that would be a terrible society to live in. What they frame it is this person hates XYZ and shouldn't be allowed to speak.
Right. That, like J.K. Rowling, right? All she is saying is that biological women are women, okay? And trans women who still have rights. She's not saying that they don't have rights. She's saying that biologically, trans women are still men.
Holy shit.
What?
Okay. Sorry, pause. I just got interrupted. I'm sorry, I have to interrupt. Okay, so the rate increase is not going to harm us.
Okay.
Guaranteed 5.54.
I'm sorry, what?
We get a 5.54 for 120 days right now.
Okay, so
we're good. We'll be okay. We're right, so that's good. Bad news, Angelina called me.
Uh-oh.
Remember what I said the second I started talking to her, what was going to happen?
Someone put an offer.
It's a conditional offer, so it's the same situation we're in where they're waiting on the money, on approval of the money. But hey, don't put that face on there. But on the upside, Angelina's going to work with us to find us something that's almost the same. We can't get our hopes on just that big. Honey, we got a big. We screwed ourselves by putting our hopes all into onto this. Okay, I got to look at it properly, and it's only an offer. It's a conditional offer. So all we have to do is find out how much we're going to get and give them that offer. But that's how this works now. Now it's the bidding war part. So if anybody wants to help, blindpress.net.
Yes.
Or onlyfans.com/blindpress or patreon.com/blindpress or just PayPal blindpress.
Yeah.
Either way, because the way it works is we found out that any money that is given to us towards the house is considered a gift, is non-deductible. So where's all those rich friends we used to have?
Okay.
This person wants to kill XYZ and shouldn't be allowed to speak. This person said a nasty word about XYZ and shouldn't be allowed to speak. It's always something about some group.
It's the mean
that they
words.
don't think you should, they'll just project a hatred upon you and then lie about it.
Yep.
And they have no problem lying.
You know, like all of the Molly fans who tell me all the time that I don't want her to have a platform. Nope, never said that. Or that they say that I'm jealous of her. Nope, never said that. Or the beef that I alluded to earlier, where everybody was accusing me of making fun of somebody for something that they were going through. Nope, not me. And the person who was doing the actual joking actually came out and was like, "Nope, not blind press." But no, like once people have something in their mind, it's just in their mind. And you are a horrible, evil person. Just, yeah.
In fact, they have so little problem lying about it that they'll just admit it. They'll tweet.
Oh, yeah.
That I know my enemies are ontologically evil, therefore any action I take is justified.
Yes.
They believe that the ends justify the means. Therefore, there is no rule, there is no limit to what they will do. They don't have a moral issue with misrepresenting someone or the purpose of their destruction if that person is an other voice.
And this is the problem. Like, I will say, the internet has been great for some things. There has been amazing things coming out of the internet. Great friends have been made off of the internet. Great accomplishments have been done from the internet. But the internet has also cultivated the biggest population of sociopaths in one period of time, I think, that we've ever seen. Because the amount of people now that just do not have empathy because they're just on the internet and they just don't care. And it's now translating to in their real lives. They have lost personal connection so much that even in their real lives, they can look somebody in the face and say the most horrific shit because they just don't care. They have no personal connection anymore. And it sucks.
And this is ultimately what happened to my channel. But let's get to the backstory, okay? So earlier in October of 2022, I was doing a live stream covering the Daryl Brooks trial.
And that is a clusterfuck in itself, because he's representing himself, and I don't think the judge should have allowed him to do that. I think after he proved that he didn't know what he was doing and that he was making a mockery of the court, the victims, and their families, the judge should have been like, okay, your pro se is revoked. You're done. You've proven you have no idea what you're doing, and your representation of yourself is almost unfair in your in your rights. Like, you are not legal, or you are not adequate counsel for yourself, and therefore your rights are not being defended properly. That's what I would have done as a judge. I don't think she should have allowed him the leeway that she did, but still.
And in the middle of that live stream, my show was cut off. My YouTube studio was deleted. My chat window disappeared, and there was no notice to anybody other than me.
Literally, that would have my heart would have sunk right to the bottom of my toes had that happened. I do not know what I would have done if I were in Nick's position.
And the only notice I got, which came after the fact, which came in the midst of my phone exploding with notifications.
Huh.
Your YouTube channel is gone. Your channel's deleted. What happened? Are you okay? What's going on with YouTube? Hundreds to thousands of messages spamming my phone.
Although that has to feel good though. Like, if your channel suddenly just disappears while you're streaming and all of these people start reaching out and, are you okay? What happened to your channel? What's going on? What the fuck? Like, that, in the midst of all of that shit show, that did have to at least feel a little bit good that many people gave a fuck about the thing that you built over this period of time.
It didn't stop buzzing for hours.
Huh.
And in that miasma of stuff, one email from
One
YouTube.
email. Wow.
We have found your channel to be repeatedly violating community guidelines, and we have deleted your channel.
See, this is kind of like, my TikTok channel didn't get deleted, but last week while I was streaming on Tuesday, I was playing Mortal Kombat. I was streaming it to Twitch, and I was streaming myself on TikTok. I had a vape pen. This. Okay. Apparently this is a crack pipe. Or something. All right. So all of a sudden, in the middle of my stream, my stream on TikTok just disappears. I finish my Twitch stream, and I go to open my TikTok, and I cannot log into my account anywhere on any device. I just got it back yesterday. Now, imagine that being the YouTube channel And imagine that being the main source of income for the family. Like, fuck.
That's it. That's what you get.
That's insane.
That's what it says. I've been on YouTube almost 5 years. It was November 2017.
He's
that
pretty
I
much the
posted
same
my
age
first
as my
real
channel.
video. My first real video.
I was August 2017.
I have built this channel against the algorithm.
Yeah.
I have built this channel against YouTube's preferred voices. I have built this channel against topics that YouTube does not really enjoy, endorse, or allow.
And this is why I like Nick so much, because despite the fact that I check most of the diversity box, I'm blind, I'm a woman, I'm bisexual, I'm a mom, but I don't think the way that YouTube wants me to think. I don't fit in that particular box. Therefore, my growth is stagnant. Now, part of my growth being stagnant is my fault because of my inconsistent uploads and everything over the past couple of years. And that's what I'm trying to fix right now. But the other part of it is this that Nick is talking about. Not thinking and fitting into that little box that YouTube has for you. It's like me getting the van impounded. Yeah. All mammals are whatever sexual. Exactly.
I've done it strictly through working really, really hard, making really good connections with everybody that I can, and trying to skirt the line of freedom and censorship as close as possible with the most integrity I could muster to who I am.
This is what I'm trying to do, right? I'm trying to be myself, right? Provide entertaining content as myself. I would like to make better connections and more connections, and hopefully that will start happening soon. But yeah, it's hard, and Nick has worked his ass off.
I've done it by just being honest about me. I don't come on here and pretend to be something I'm not.
No.
And I don't come on here to boast about some great thing I've done or to misrepresent anything about myself. I am open with my audience. I am honest with my content and opinions.
And that's what I try to be with you guys. I try to be as open and honest with you guys as I can in my opinions, in my feelings. Like, if I'm having a shitty day and I start the live stream, I will say, guys, I am having a shitty day, so I'm sorry if I'm all over the place and a little fucked up. Because I'm not going to sit here and have a shitty day and then hit go live and be like, hi everybody, I'm Blind Press and everything's fine. Like, that's crap. And everybody would see through it. So there's no point in hiding or lying about who you're being, especially if you want to gain growth.
And that means you don't hold back.
No.
That means you don't hold back.
Fuck holding back.
I also like to have a lot of fun, because that's really what we should all be striving for, is to marry entertainment and employment.
Hooray!
But I have done that. I have worked through all of that on my own. I did not get much help from YouTube.
No.
I'll say. I didn't do that. I became one of the top earning streamers on the entire planet.
Yeah, he did. There are articles that are angry about that during the Johnny Depp trial that came out, that was pissed off about the amount of money Nick was making.
Again, against the tide of YouTube, against preferred content, against what I see to be as all odds.
All because
other than betting
have connections
specifically
and
on
being
myself.
himself.
And I am feeling it right now, a rant about how much you are worth that no one wants to tell you. That's not this video. This video is a story.
Mm-hmm.
So for 5 years, I have been building this channel, and in one instant, it was gone. Now, I knew this was possible.
Yeah.
Of course, you know this
Everybody
is possible.
knows
When you
that's
work on
possible.
YouTube, you know that at any point your channel is actually subject to termination,
Yeah.
really at their whim.
Yeah. And that's the scary part, is that it's at their whim, and their whim is so fluky and reliant on bots that don't understand nuance that it is a wonder that more people don't lose their channels randomly over shit.
They can make a decision that you cannot be on the platform and just cut you off. But they've set a framework of rules as well that can help you kind of predict how that will go. Now, it's not a perfect framework.
No.
Sometimes you can get thrown off this platform with no warning, with no strikes, with nothing.
You like
But
Nick
in my
did.
case, I did have 2 active strikes. Now, I'll tell you about each one of those. But first, you have to understand how the strike system works. It starts with a warning. You get 1 warning on your YouTube channel ever.
Wait, 1 warning ever?
Once you-
I thought it was, oh shit, I thought the warnings were like, I thought they renewed after 90 days. Shit.
You get that 1 warning, it will never go away. It will permanently be there. My first warning came in the midst of the COVID pandemic, scamdemic, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. I'm not commenting on COVID here. I'm just talking about when it happened.
Yeah.
Joe Biden was delivering a speech. I was covering that speech live. It was a COVID update. And in that speech, Joe Biden said that they were going to be returning children to public schools, that was a policy decision of the United States to get children back into schools. This is after about a year of distance learning. And they wanted to make sure that these kids had the opportunity to be back in the classrooms that they had grown used to.
Uh-huh.
In doing so, he mentioned that COVID itself did not seem to affect children in the same way that it affected adults.
I think I know which speech he's talking about. I think I remember this.
And the statistics had borne this out for quite some time. I agreed with President Biden.
That has to feel weird. I agreed with President Biden. Am I in Bizarro World?
I said, yeah, we've known this for a while. This is actually a really good choice. There's no reason that these kids should be kept out of schools when the data doesn't support these kids being at massive risk for COVID transmission or anything like that.
Right.
According to the science, this is what we have seen. This is what they've been saying.
But yeah, meaning Biden's own scientists had been saying this. And so Nick was like, yeah, I agree.
However, the CDC had not officially updated its page at the time of my strike.
Oh, fuck off.
That warning strike. They had not officially updated to say
that
that was the policy. So even though Joe Biden said it, even though the CDC would later implement it, my agreement with the President of the United States merited a channel strike. Now, since it happened to be my first official strike, it was a warning.
That's so bullshit. That is so bullshit.
It would be there forever. Forever. I appealed that several times.
Lost several
I
times.
tried to get that removed. I said it was bogus. No help. Nothing. So that's going to stick with you.
Lovely.
Okay. This is the fairness of the system. They write a set of rules, and even if you follow those rules, you can still get a strike.
Rules for thee, not for me. But even if you follow the rules for thee, not for thee anyway.
Now, once you have a warning strike, you can get subsequent strikes. And this is on a 3-strike system after your warning.
Yeah.
And remember, the warning is forever. So once you've got it, you've got 3 strikes left for your channel. However, those subsequent strikes will fall off after 90 days. So there's a rolling 90-day window from your first strike.
Oh, that's the confusion I had. Okay, so the warning sticks to your account forever. Then after that warning, you have 3 strikes. And those 3 strikes are the ones that if you have like 1 strike, it will be gone after 90 days. Or if you've got like 2 strikes, they will be gone after 90 days. Like they won't show up in your studio after 90 days. Okay. I see what I see now. Okay.
Before you can get 2 more. If you get 3 strikes within 90 days, your channel is deleted.
Yeah.
And you are removed from the platform permanently.
Forever.
So my first strike, I'm a legal commentator.
Yeah.
I'm also, I'm a bit of a
A curmudgeon? No.
We'll just go with legal commentator.
Oh,
I'm a legal commentator. And
he's
part
a friendly
of legal
curmudgeon.
commentary and analysis when it regards popular culture is to look at things like police shootings,
Yeah.
is to look at situations that involve criminal acts and to talk about those criminal acts.
Even like criminal acts, civil acts, even like with the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial or the Vic Mignogna trial. This, like, absolutely, whether it be a criminal proceeding or a civil proceeding, you can still provide legal commentary.
Okay, well, in this case, back in July, I believe it was, I had done a video that involved a knife fight. Well, it wasn't a knife fight the whole time. It was a fist fight at first.
Oh.
It involved a fight in an Australian shopping mall. And in this Australian shopping mall, 2 groups of men were, young men, were engaged in a back and forth. Some were walking away. The other group was pursuing that group. And they would turn around and kind of
engage each other. So this is like a moving fight. You got like one group like fuck you, not fuck you, not fuck you, and then they were beefing with each other, and then one group starts to walk away, and the other group's like, "Hey, get back here, fuck you!"
Into a fight over and over.
That's funny.
Well, one of them happened to have a knife in his hand. And he just tags the neck of another person.
Oh.
And you can't really tell in the video what has happened very easily. You just see a swing and you see the other guy kind of stop.
Yeah.
And he goes like this. He kind of looks and there's a bunch of red blood that sprays on the floor.
Yeah, because he probably got
and after about, 15 seconds, the whole clip I think is 40 seconds. After about 15 to 20 seconds, he just collapses.
Yeah, he's down. He died. Yeah, because the knife probably got him either right here or right here. Because we've got your carotid and your jugular veins right here. So if you've got a knife and you're just swinging, like the skin, this is what's scary about the human body, right? Because if you look, the skin around these veins is not very thick, right? And neither are the walls. Like, for the main vein that these are, and for the volume of blood that it carries, the walls of the carotid artery and the jugular vein are not that thick. Costin, Duck Dog, welcome. Yeah, it's scary to be a human sometimes.
Turns out arterial spray can drain your body very, very quickly.
No shit.
And him being engaged in like probably a high energy thing
His
where
heart
he's
was
following
beating.
someone.
Yeah.
They're walking a lot. His heart rate was probably elevated and probably pushed that even faster.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Doesn't matter. So we look at this. We talk about some of the self-defense type implications. But then I mentioned that this was senseless violence. And I went into a discussion about how the pride of young men particularly gets them killed at a massive level. That there's this need of the young to have their, themselves validated to the point that their pride, rather than boosting them into something good, will get them actually killed and removed from the planet.
That's true. And it is very common among young men to get into a physical altercation over something, if their pride is affected. But I think it's also something that happens in young girls too. Like, I know that I have gotten physical as a teenager, over like a pride thing. It's definitely a human thing. And I think it comes, I don't mean to get all like sociology here, but I think that type of pride comes once all of the needs are met, like going back to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. When you've got your basic needs met, like your food, your shelter, your clothing, your warmth, that type of thing. When you've gone up the hierarchy and you're now getting into more of your social needs, I think then we get our I'm so proud that I'm willing to get into a fight over this thing, or I'm fighting, two girls are fighting over a guy, or two guys are fighting over a chick, or this is where we start to see that when we have our needs being met. Increased blood pressure and heart rate equals super quick death. Yep.
And how horrible that senseless violence is.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's sad. It's very sad.
YouTube has a policy. YouTube's policy is that you cannot show graphic violence for the purpose of shocking and disturbing your audience.
But that
now,
wasn't
YouTube
the
used
purpose.
to have a no dead people policy, but that changed after George Floyd because so many channels got in trouble for footage of George Floyd dying.
But here's the thing, though. Nick wasn't showing that video to shock and outrage his audience. He was showing that video as an educational tool and a discussion piece about pride and senseless violence. Not to go, hey, look at this fucked up video. You know what I mean? Like, that's...
This channel included.
Not...
But after George Floyd and through the 2020 Summer of Love, the riots, right?
Yeah.
People were showing footage all the time of people engaged in violence. of people engaged in dangerous activity, and sometimes people getting killed, like George Floyd, like other police shootings.
Yep.
Like the shooting of Ma'Khia Bryant or Rayshard Brooks. These are on YouTube.
Ma'Khia Bryant was the chick with the knife, right?
And it allowed people to show this footage, one, for news purposes, and two, for commentary purposes.
Yeah. Because, like it or not, commentary is a form of fair use. And it is absolutely allowed to be discussed. And you cannot slam a channel because they're saying something you don't like about a topic. Just freaking close that video and move on to something else.
Legal analysis falling in that category. And for the most part, after George Floyd, I had almost no trouble discussing these things. I had almost no trouble uploading videos and doing live streams that did involve the unfortunate deaths of some people because we were doing commentary with it. So I had no thought that my showing of a 40-second video clip with commentary about how senseless and horrible the violence was
would get you
and what
hit.
my thoughts on it were in a 5-hour live stream would be violative of the rule that allows specifically for what I had done.
Right. It because he wasn't as I said, he wasn't showing it to just shock and awe his audience. It was literally a news and education type of deal. And a discussion starter. That's what it was.
YouTube disagreed. They applied the strike to my channel, rejected all of my appeals. Now, one other wrinkle in this story is that I have a YouTube partner manager, and I have since around 80,000 subscribers.
Wow.
And that is someone who primarily helps you with business focus of your channel. Here's how we want you to increase your views, increase your subscribers, make more enticing thumbnails, pick topics, figure out your themes of videos, series of videos, other things that creators have found success in. These partner managers are able to aggregate information from those creators and then share it out. It's a nice way to learn from other people who are having success.
Okay, so it's like a I don't want to say a mentor program, but like maybe a coaching program, or like maybe like a do-it-yourself guide, like learn how to be a good content creator type of deal. That's what it sounds like to me.
Now, I've had one since about 80,000 subscribers. I actually had one previously, and then they assigned me a new one as my person moved to a different position. And hey, buddy, I don't know if you check up on me at all, but I still like you a lot. You're a cool dude. But that being said, I do have a channel partner manager.
Right.
And whenever anything like this happens, you know, we can ask them for help and assistance and escalation with things like appeals. She was unable to convince them that this was perfectly fine. They still disagreed even with her.
Of course.
So that was my first strike. That was a 7-day suspension.
7 days.
I've done a video on it because YouTube actually suspended me for 10 days.
That was okay. Now I'm getting the timeline, because I remember before he got banned off of Twitter, reading a tweet where he was like, "What the hell? You said I only had a 7-day ban. Why am I on day 9 or 10 now?" Like, now I understand the timeline. Okay.
Not 7, but for 10 days. And then we later got information that they blamed me for not unlocking my channel at 7 days. Just so you know, there's no way to unlock your channel. There is never a button to click. There is nothing you can do. It comes back on its own. But that was apparently my fault.
Of course it was. Because you are daring, Nick, to call out the bullshit. So anything that you do that people don't like, they're going to, oh, that's all his fault that I don't like it. It's all his fault that, the sky is blue and water is wet. And, like it's fucking like, and he's not even saying anything really outrageous either. Like in regards to like the Keffels situation where that he was covering that got him knocked off of YouTube. Like he wasn't saying anything, like, honestly. Like if you are giving kids hormone meds that are not even like, if you're just some rando on the internet going, hey kids, let me show you how to get these medications, you are a problem. That's not okay. Kids are still kids. And some of them very well may have really crappy parents who, and they very well, the child very well may grow up to be trans or gay or whatever, and their parent may be a dick and completely not accept them, and that's also bad. And it's horrible and painful to the child, but to have a parent force it the other way, do you know what I mean? Like, if it's not okay to force a trans person not to be trans, right? Why is it okay to force a not trans person to be trans? Why is it okay to take somebody who is at their most confused and most vulnerable state and almost manipulate them into doing something that is going to cause lasting physical damage and irreversible lasting physical damage that they will have to live with for the rest of their lives if they've, a few years down the road go, holy crap, I was really messed up in that point in time in my life, and I did a lot of irreversible things and now I regret them, and I was pushed into it by a bunch of people who said they had my best interest at heart, but they never did. They just wanted more people on their side. That's kind of what it feels like, and it's crazy.
Now we're going to get into the mass flagging campaign that brought my channel down. But it starts with the second strike.
Yeah.
There's a YouTube and Twitch and Twitter content creator that goes by Keffels.
Yeah.
And let me be very clear. I'm not asking for any action, retaliatory or otherwise against Keffels. I merely am telling a story. I don't want people to engage anybody on my behalf at all. I am me. I am happy to engage on my own.
Exactly. That's another good thing I like about Nick. Nick fights his own battles, right? Nick, if Nick has a problem with somebody, Nick doesn't run to his friends and be like, I need you to go and do this and tell so-and-so to stop doing no. No, Nick's just like, hey, asshole, stop it. Like, it's just, that's what I like about Nick. It's awesome the way he interacts with his shit talkers and the people that give him hate. Because all he'll do, like, yeah, he'll bring his friends on to laugh at them, right? But he does not send people after other people on his behalf.
To fight my own fights, as it were. I am not interested in anybody stepping out on my behalf on Twitter or anywhere else. And here is one of the big reasons why, is because Keffels and their community engage in organized, targeted harassment
Yeah.
doxing, and life ruination.
And there are plenty of screenshots to show that. Like, Nick is not just saying things for the sake of saying things. I have scrolled through Twitter and I have voiceovers, image recognition has unfortunately shown me some of the gems that Keffels has put out. And it's pretty crazy reading some of the things that Keffels has said. I'm just flabbergasted at some of the things that Keffels says and then that they say and that they tweet
of people that they disagree with. I do not want anyone going on my behalf, engaging them, and then having these people try and ruin their life.
Yes.
Now, their common tactic,
because they will, like, anybody who comes after somebody on behalf of someone else, they are going to be pulled into the life ruining spiral as well. So just don't.
Is to call someone a transphobe.
Yep.
And to show the world how much. And to show the world how much a particular person hates trans people.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter if it's true, because the narrative right now is so strong. Trans is a protected class, and it's in the ascendancy in the United States. They gave trans activism some of the most power you will see in the social zeitgeist.
They really did. Like, more power than disabled people, more power than, like, there shouldn't be a power hierarchy structure when it comes to minority groups. It should be equal access of services to all and equality of opportunity for all. That's all that the equity there should be. I'm not sure why there is such a excuse me, why there is such a push for just equality of outcome. I don't understand that. Guys, I know we're only at an hour, but I have both of my boys home still. They're both still sick. So what I'm planning on doing is, I think we will take the first part of Friday Free For All to finish this video, because it is an important thing to talk about, and I think it needs to be finished. But I also do need to cut this short because of the kids being home. Oh, now, yeah, see, one of them's upset right now, so I'm gonna have to go and take care of this. So thank you guys for watching. I will be on the OnlyFans later doing some yoga, so if you're subscribed, come and check that out. And I will be on Twitch tomorrow at some point with Beat the Blind Girl. I'm not sure when, but we'll see. And then, of course, Friday is Friday Free For All on YouTube. So have a fantastic Wednesday. Sorry for this not being 2 hours like the plan is supposed to be, but I do have the kids home. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on Twitch tomorrow. And if you're an OnlyFans subscriber, I'll see you later today. Hopefully, some of you will join in with the live stream. Bye, everyone.